It is January 6th and Carnival season is underway across Southeast Louisiana. We've got parades in the French Quarter, and of course we've got some new rules in Jefferson Parish. And to explain it all, always a pleasure to have Professor Carl Nivale here about all the celebrations. So let's first start with this. We're going to have so much security this year. We saw it last year after the terror attack. We're repeating that.
I want people to be aware of this because it's a tradition in a way for us to have the National Guard in the Vauquerets during the Carnival season. Going back to that marvelous Carnival in 1979 where they decided to cancel Carnival, but the National Guard stayed in, and that Carnival is remembered as one of the best carnivals that a lot of people had ever experienced before, at least since the first Carnival after Katrina. But in this highly politicized time, I want to assure all of our Reveilleers out there that just because we do have the National Guard here, it doesn't mean that things are going to change for us per se. Frankly, the construction in the Vauquerets right now is much more important than the National Guard. That's going to change more than anything else. So.
And it's a welcome sight to have them here, and they enjoy it too.
It is, and they enjoy it too. And this is the Louisiana National Guard. They understand what Carnival's about. They're from Louisiana. Treat them as you would anyone else. Wish them a happy Carnival and a happy Mardi Gras whenever you see them. We will be just fine.
And it's going to be a short season.
And it is a short season. It's a very short season this year, but not as short as next year.
Which is just wild to me,
I know. Next year, this year we have 43 days of Carnival. Next year we have 34 days of Carnival because Mardi Gras falls on February the 9th. Very, very early gras next year. Right, so we're preparing for this. We're going to have a couple of, we'll have 2 seasons of very short gras, and then when we get to 2028, that's when it stretches back down into March where it's supposed to.
We got some time. We have
some time.
So what can folks expect this year? Because there are some changes here and there.
There are some changes. The biggest change right now is coming from Jefferson Parish, where they have just redone all of the legislation to make the parades fall more in line with the same rules that we have here in Orleans Parish. Most notably, the fact that all riders in Jefferson Parish must be masked. Yeah. That is one of the most important things that they have changed in Jefferson Parish, and it makes sense. The reason for being masked up on a float is because Mardi Gras is a tourism driver. We must admit that. It's not just a part of our culture. It brings people here to enjoy that culture. And when those visitors see those masked riders up on those floats, it makes a difference. It preserves the magic, and it brings all of the magic and the wonder and the mystery to Carnival that you expect to see.
And a lot of that really begins tonight here in New Orleans.
It does begin this evening. I'll be doing my first parade report in just a few moments, but I do want to talk about the fact that this is your professor's 30th anniversary with WWL television. Look at that with Eric back in 2007. This is also Grand Marshal Mardi Gras' 20th anniversary with WWL. And I'd like to say to everyone, thank you all so much for welcoming us both into your homes each year. I truly do feel fortunate and blessed and so grateful to have been able to spend the last 3 decades with you during the Carnival season. And we have our very first doubloons this year, folks. We will be passing out these doubloons all along the parade routes this year, and of course on Mardi Gras we'll be tossing them to whoever wants them.
What keeps you coming back year after year? Here we are 30 years later.
Shelby's coffee.
Well, you know it's jet fuel over there.
No. We come back here because WWL is of course where we began reporting on Carnival and being with you during the Carnival season. At the risk of offending, there is no other station like WWL television. It's one of the oldest stations in town, and it's one of the places in town where you can come to watch on television, even if you're coming here to visit, where the Carnival spirit truly lives and thrives, and that you put so much into your Carnival coverage every year. This, of course, would be the place that we absolutely want to be, and hopefully will continue to be for another 30.
We are always happy to have you here. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Of course, as you heard him mention, Professor Carl Nivale will have that full parade report coming up in just a little bit. We're going to